guys, it's Sam, and today I'll be talking about Wild Magic by Danu Forest. This is Celtic folk traditions for the solitary practitioner, and this was one of my first forays into books about Celtic magic. And I think this was a really good starting point for me, so it's definitely a book that I would highly recommend as far as a nice little primer. It's a short book, it's easy to read, and she has a nice mix of different elements and things and different like pieces of Celtic folklore and mythology and things that she ties in, separating it usually by sort of element, and also includes some like rituals and things that you can do that I found would be things that I could like return to. A lot of things about connecting to the earth, which is so much about Celtic mythology and magic and things, and just uses of different things and whatever. So the biggest things are, she originally starts with sort of like the Celtic fairy faith and talking about the fae, and then goes into earth, sea, sky, and fire, and then talks about plants, and ends with honoring the sacred land. So this is a nice just intro of a lot of topics, but just kind of like narrowly with some of these rituals and things. So each section of the different elements talks about how to connect to those like spirits, those parts of the land, things like that. She also goes into different deities that are represented by like those different elements and things. And again, because this is Celtic, it's Irish, it's English, it's Welsh, it's Scottish and things. So she will tie in some of those other things, and then we'll tie in even like, again, traditional herbs and things from that area, and what people historically would have used by tying in different historical documents, different myths and things to kind of collect some of the information that might have gotten lost over time. There are definitely a number of things in here that I want to learn more about, so I definitely am going to take my path down a like, let's learn more about the mythology side of things, let's learn about some of these deities. You will find a lot of information about practices within different myths, and it was a way of thinking about connecting more to the land, even though I live in a very like urban area. So I kind of want to find a way to synthesize those two things, but this is a good start. Danu Forest has also written some books on like tree magic and things that I do want to read. She has a number of other Celtic mythology and folklore and magic type books. She's a traditional Celtic wise woman is what her bio says. So yeah, I quite enjoyed this. If you want a nice introduction to Celtic magic that is easy to get into, easy to digest, quick to read, but has some really good information, rituals, and just good content in there overall, I would definitely recommend this one. I gave it about a 4 out of 5 stars. Also, I would love to know what other books about Celtic magic you've read and would recommend. I recently did a video on the books that are on the top of my magical TBR, and that has a bunch of books about sort of Celtic mythology, folklore, magic, things like that. So check that out if you're interested in more too, but I would love to know what other books that are about Celtic, particularly Irish magic, that you'd recommend. So thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.